Hello, hello. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit today in my video about, well, first of all, to call you forward because I think that so many people are living in this space in career, in relationships, in life, of like thinking that it has to be harder than it is to actually change the way things are going. So, and that may seem vague, but I talk about success, alignment, and ease in various facets of life because I think they happen and they can happen in tandem. But I think that the root causes for stress in relationships, for stress in your business, and I'm saying stress, which might be kind of understating it, but like stress with money, but they're all related, and the root causes for those things oftentimes are the same things or are kind of circling around those same things. And so when you take an aspect of your life and you're just like, this isn't working the way that I want it to, and you look at that in its silo, that's fine, you fix it. So for me, like I'll just use this example. I started, well, depends on what you're looking at, but like really where I am right now, I would say this started really about 7 years ago. And I started really with my health, and I focused really a lot on my health and got that to a really amazing place. And then I was working on my business at that same time, but at the time I didn't see the energy leaks. I didn't see the things that I couldn't see, right? So then I started to experience, stress in my business, with money, with trying to keep things going, with keeping clients happy, with a lot of the things that we deal with as we grow, as we become more successful in our careers, our businesses, etc. And I address those individually because they come up individually, and sometimes you can't know what's going to come. But the thing is the experiences I was having in my business then came later in my relationship. The awareness is like the awareness of the connection didn't come towards till the end, but I could have saved myself probably years. And I did have to go through everything that I did, but I don't think that everybody needs to go through what I did in order to get to, where I am, which is where I'm making more money than really I've ever made, in my career before my business. But the money aside, where I have the freedom to spend my time the way I want, to spend my days doing the things I want to. In fact, I'm recording this video and then I'm going to the gym. Then I come back and then I have a dance class that I do via Zoom, and then a coaching call. I had a call with my consulting clients this morning. Like I really love that flow in my day. Um, where you can get to the point where you can have all of these things, and where my relationship is at, a better point where I actually ever remember it being in over 20 years with my husband. We've been married for almost 18 now. Um, but I think that, you know, when you have the awareness, what I like to call that quantum awareness, but the awareness of the paradigm that you're currently living in, what I like to call the old paradigm, and the things that you're experiencing in those different aspects of your business, your life, your career, etc., that they're all the same, that they're all related. You can actually, and I don't necessarily love to use the term quantum leap very often, but I feel like, it's actually an accurate depiction of what can happen, because what otherwise happens is you address your health. You fix that all up, right? You're like, okay, I'm going to focus on that. Then you come into your business and you're like, I want to get this going solid, stable, and then you find something else. And the thing is oftentimes people who really want the ease, the flow, etc., in their life, they don't actually know how to do that, which is part of the awareness. So it's almost like you feed on like having to do these different things to constantly be fixing yourself, to be doing things to fix your situation. But in reality, the thing that you want, the ease, the flow, the joy, and I think that's one of the key things is you want to actually enjoy your life, you want to enjoy your business, Not that you don't enjoy what you're doing right now, but the way it's going, you probably aren't really loving it. And the way to get all of those things at the same time is actually to look at that 360-degree view, which is what one of the things that I would say is my zone of genius, and a gift that I have is to be able to look at that 360-degree view and say, this is what you say you want, but this is why it's not working. And this is, when I take my clients through my process, this is the first phase, right? Because this is where I can look at it and see, this is what you want, this is what's not working. And to be able to identify that pattern that you're actually in that keeps you looping through, issue after issue after issue, and the things that have actually been unconsciously shaping that reality for you for months, years, probably potentially your entire life. So that when that awareness expands, your consciousness actually elevates. And that feeling of like, well, this is just how it is. I just have to keep working all the time. Or my marriage is pretty good, so I shouldn't complain. Or, I'm the person that has to hold it all together for my family. That I just have to do this for my clients because that's how the money keeps coming in, which keeps me being able to have this amazing life, which you're not actually fucking enjoying. But this phase, this awareness, this quantum awareness phase, is where all of this actually happens, and where you actually can start to see the version of you that you want to be, and actually start to see glimpses of that in your own life. So once we have that awareness, and when that starts expanding, we go into the next phases of that. But the thing that I personally miss, and which I see a lot of people missing, is, excuse me, they don't take the time to look at the big picture. And that's fine. And I'm not going to say that there's anything wrong with that, because you can, of course, take things one at a time. But if you're like me, you like to enjoy your life. You want to enjoy it. You don't want to spend, like me, it was like 6 years, really more than that, but 6 years trying to like get everything aligned when you could actually address the things that are happening in different aspects of your life at the same time. And then you can get rid of that loop. We identify the pattern, we get rid of it, close it up, so that you can actually step into the identity, that next level vision of yourself, and actually anchor that into your body and make that your current reality. Like, that doesn't have to be that long of a process for so many people. And the thing is if you're watching this video, if you landed on it, chances are you are ready for this change. You've been making this change already. And this is like phase number one. This is where you actually step into that new paradigm. It's identifying where you've been, the old paradigm, what those constraints are, what identity you've been unconsciously like living, and what's been shaping your reality in those different aspects of your life. And I wouldn't necessarily call myself a manifestation coach, but in reality, like that's what it is. You want to manifest this, you want to manifest that, you want to manifest this. This is what you actually need to do in order to address all of that from the root and to go up. And again, you can do it how you want to, but for me, I have realized that it doesn't have to be such a struggle, even though you probably identify with the struggle, even though you might not want it on the conscious level. Unconsciously, you keep looping. And that's not going to allow you to ever get to that phase of ease that you truly want. And that's why, again, when you address it from the root and you go up, you knock out those things that keep you looping. So if this has resonated with you, I would definitely invite you to join me inside the Unfiltered Collective, which is my community over on Telegram. And I'm going to be launching something very special very, very soon. Starting to drop little nuggets. I also have a few retreats that are coming up later this year in 2026. So if this is landing with you and you want to just start having a conversation, please send me a message, probably over on Facebook, or just join me inside the community and you can send me a message over there. But definitely stay tuned for more of these videos and for the big announcements of what is coming. The 2026 is going to be an amazing year, not just for me, but for all of you and for everything that I'm bringing, because it is time to say fuck the old paradigm and to step into something completely new, and to be all of you, and to live your life the way that you've always wanted, and to stop the fucking loop. It's time to shift that paradigm. We'll talk to you in the next video.